What was your best purchase this year? Washing machine around the start of the pandemic. We used to haul the clothes to a laundromat and fold them there. A Roomba. After having 3 spinal surgeries a few years ago, hoovering has been the worst. This bad boy has helped me more than you'll ever know. I got the Roborock robotic vacuum cleaner 2 years ago, and I spent way too much to get the extra features. Builds a map of floor plan, can run at scheduled times, can do individual rooms, phone notifications to empty dustbin or clean sensors or replace brushes, but it's absolutely been a worthwhile investment. It literally changed my life. I can go close to a year without vacuuming on my own, but this thing makes it an absolute no-brainer. But the best thing about it is that it forces me to keep the floor clear so it can run. Squat rack. Took a long time to get everything set up, but it was worth the wait. Worth the wait. A week prior to all the gyms shutting down, I dropped $1,000 on a foldable squat rack, 260 pounds of bumper plates, a powerlifting bar, and horse stall mats. My wife, who works out a lot, wasn't happy with the purchase initially, but was very grateful once the gyms closed. I'm not saying it was chickens. But it was chickens. They eat weeds and table scraps. They give us eggs. They give us good compost. They are funny as all heck. They force me to go outside regularly. But the best part is they are really good for my family's mental health, just hanging out with them, which is especially needed this year. I bought 10 chickens in February. We had been planning on it since buying our property, but COVID-19 finally pushed us to do it. Love the orange egg yolks and my daughter loves to play with them. Bought some pants a week or 2 ago. I've had only 2 pair for quite a while and it will feel nice to have some more. Look at Mr. Fancy Pants here, owning 3 pairs of pants. We're not all Rockefellers, you know. You better watch who you're calling Mr. Fancy Pants. An inflatable stand-up paddleboard. Being able to drive to a lake and paddle around on the water for a few hours really helped me get through this year. Paddleboarding is so much fun and great for your abs, and my dog rides with me, too. It's fun hearing all the comments from the boaters. Look at that dog on the paddleboard. I usually hate attention, but I love that. A telescope. It's so incredible to see Jupiter, moons and Saturn. And see that there is much more in the sky than meets the eye. Edit. Thanks for the awards. For those who intend to purchase a telescope, I really recommend to spend some time doing research. There are different kinds of telescopes and their use depend on the purpose you have. A good telescope for viewing planets may not be the best for observing deep sky objects. A telescope may be great to use at home, but might be too big to travel with. Another might be easy to set up but not the best for astrophotography. It's really important to do some research to find out which kind better suits you. What are you using to see the moons? Telescopes are so difficult to keep steady. Try a Dobsonian mount scope. It solves the stability problem cheaply, and they're really simple to set up and use. The traditional refractor telescope on a tripod is more of a conversation piece than an astronomical tool, unless it's very pricey. Also, you can see Jupiter's moons with nothing more than a decent set of binoculars if you've got good skies and something to rest them against. Handheld works, but you'll get a better look if you can stabilize them. A good backpack. I didn't think it'd be so handy, but I use it every day, and it's knowing that I can just grab it and go instead of worrying about getting stuff gathered up, or realizing I left something home that I needed. I'm mildly obsessed with backpacks. I don't even know how many I have, but definitely one for every occasion. Do I not have pockets and just need something to keep my phone, wallet and keys? I've got a pack for that. Need to throw my laptop and other work accessories in? There's a pack for that. 2 to 3 day trip? We're covered. Multi-day backpacking trip? I'm good there. And somehow I still want to buy more. I impulse bought a massive cutting block from IKEA that lives on our counter for $14. We love it, even if IKEA performed some sort of Jedi mind trick to get us to buy it. We came in for a desk. IKEA, hey, your cheese needs a desk too. These are the hors d'oeuvres you're looking for. Ha ha ha, we went to IKEA looking for a desk this year, but everything was sold out. Ended up seeing a bunk bed, and my husband and I just looked at each other, nodded, and snatched it up for our daughter. She was ecstatic and now has a place for climbing fun and fort building. I've been budgeting for some new furniture after we got rid of stuff from a move. Went to IKEA last weekend to spend some dollar. Every single item I was prepared to buy was out of stock with no expected restock date. Came home so deflated to a still empty office. House. My wife and I were both WFH in a 500 square foot apartment, which did not go well. We finally got a house with room to spread out, and it's made our lives much easier. I recognize this is not an easy whim purchase, but instead was one that we've been saving for 8 years for. I'm reading every one of these responses like they are the customer on a late-night infomercial, and it makes the comments way more entertaining. Especially the comments about therapy. 10 tenths, would work through my fear of abandonment again. A soft, close toilet seat. No longer will I be awoken in the night by the phantom midnight pooper. Have fun accidentally slamming any non-slow toilet seats you happen to encounter for the rest of your days. This. I make an ass of myself at friends' and relatives' houses. Consider the cost of your opulence. Original post. I make an ass of myself in my own house. Only one of our 2 toilets has a soft close seat. Sorry. Also, please start buying name brand TP. How do you know what brand of TP I use based on my choice of toilet seat? Edit, r/whoosh. Got to admit that one went straight over my head. Reddit link. He's the phantom midnight pooper. Zoinks, mystery solved. I think he was requesting that you change brands, as he is the midnight phantom pooper, and your current toilet paper is uncomfortable. Comfy pants. Haven't owned good sweatpants ever. I finally ordered 3 really nice pairs since I've been working from home all year. The day after I got them, the vaccine was announced. You're welcome, Earth. Edit, I'm not a comfy pant expert, but people keep asking me what I got, so I got 3 different styles from Nike. My favorite was these. There are many recommendations below though. Web link. A Roots sweatsuit has been my work from home uniform for 8 months. A new bed. I sleep so much better now. Edit, just so I don't have to keep answering, I bought a Sealy. No, this isn't an ad for them. Same. I didn't realize how badly we needed a new mattress. Mine wasn't terrible, just too small. I let my dog sleep with me, and trying to fit myself and 120 pounds of dog on a full-sized bed wasn't very fun or comfortable. The word bed looks like a bed. If that blow you away, how about this? Saying the word poop makes your mouth behave the same way as your butthole when you poop. The word boob looks like boobs from different angles. Top view, front view, side view. Much, much better. Edit, whoa, it's too much, guys. Thanks. Most upvoted comment ever was also the most effortless one. No more sheetless nights. Bought an ice cream for a girl. We're together now. My frozen heart melted. I bought a running '84 Camaro for the sake of learning how to work on cars and having a project vehicle. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. So far I've rebuilt drum brakes, changed 2 joints, changed all wheel bearing seals, bought a new carburetors, upgraded to an electric radiator fan, restored all the gauges back to factory original, and a bunch of other stuff. I will say I've learned a substantial amount so far. When I get some money saved up, I'm going to tear into the engine and rebuild it. No edit, I'm leaving it as an 84-foot Camaro. R/project car post is up. Web link. Reddit link. I've kind of always wanted to do this. How difficult was it to get started on this? As long as your mechanical enthusiasm outweighs your mechanical ability, it's easy. I started with a 600.00 BMW E30. Although cheap ones can't really be found that much anymore. Find something that interests you, and you'll find a community behind that. Whether it's an old IROC, a Dodge Shadow, or 80s BMWs, someone has the answer to the question you're looking for. I can't even imagine how much of a pain in the ass that E30 was for sourcing parts. It's really not that bad. The bigger problem now is sourcing an E30 for a reasonable price. I sold my E30 for a mere $1,012 years ago because the wife made me feel guilty because it didn't have airbags. It was silver with a pristine red leather interior. I purchased it from the original owner who babied it. I loved that car and miss it every day. It was such a fun car. E30 are so easy to work on and buy parts for. The parts are dirt cheap because so many were made, and there is massive aftermarket support. As mentioned, the main issue is that they are increasingly rusting out, totaled, or otherwise getting harder to find in decent shape. I'll talk from my perspective. The amount of how-to videos on YouTube and information on Google is astounding and makes it easy enough for most regular Joes to understand. If you're working on a specific issue with a mass-produced car, you can bet someone else has worked it too. I found that physically doing the job can get a bit more complicated, for example vehicle-specific tools needed, breaking things in the process, issues with working room, etc., but nothing I've never been able to overcome. There is definitely a direct correlation between confidence and success when working on cars. A good friend's father said something when I asked how difficult he thought a brake job would be, and it stuck with me for a good while, and I hope it will help you too. Someone put it together, surely you'll be able to take it apart. My favorite was the 68. Good cars to learn on. Lots of room. Love the end result. LASIK. Seriously, I have not had a second where I have regretted it. It truly is life-changing. People who just see naturally, you have no idea how good you have it at it. Wow. This comment got a lot of questions/attention. To answer some, it was not painful. I had some dry eye on the way home after the surgery that felt like sandpaper, but once I was home I napped, thanks to the medicine, and by the time I was awake it was gone and I could see. It takes some time for it to heal, but the healing process is painless. The surgery did not hurt whatsoever. You are completely numb and it was extremely fast. Please do not try to cut costs for it. This is your vision, so make sure you find someone very reputable. If you are on the fence about, do it. It's seriously the best decision I've ever made. Thanks for the awards. Same here. I got it in August and I still wake up sometimes and I'm like, holy crap, I can see. I can fight. Edit. Thank you for the love, everyone. May good sight be with you always. For anyone curious. Web link. I have been referencing this multiple times a week since my LASIK in August. Seconded. I paid a crap ton of money, but it paid off. I love it. For reference, I was incredibly blind, -6.5 and -6.75, with severe astigmatism. I have 20/20 vision now and have for years. I still think about it every day. I thought by now I'd take it for granted, but nope. As someone near those numbers and with slight astigmatism, you just sold me. Going to ask my doc about it next checkup. I'm at -11 with slight astigmatism. Couldn't get LASIK. Instead, I got Vision ICL, which corrects vision with implantable lenses that can easily be removed or replaced if ever needed. So there are other options if you don't have enough cornea to fix your prescription. I've been really on the fence about LASIK and now I have the means to get it, but I'm worried about auras at night. I truly don't mind my glasses, wear them daily, but do not need them for distance, so I'd be disappointed if I add light sensitivity just for the sake of not wearing contacts anymore during sports and stuff. Have you, or anyone else here, had any issues with that? I've always wanted to get it, but something I've noticed is a lot of optometrists seem to not get it. And every time it comes up there are plenty that love it, but always multiple stories about dry eye and halos. I just feel like wearing glasses/contacts isn't so inconvenient that I need to roll the dice on lifelong side effects. Even if that dice roll is only 5%, or whatever. I say all that, but I still consider getting it like once a year. I read a thread about LASIK a while ago and many people loved their experience, but there were several people who felt it ruined their life. One person reported chronic frequent migraines which they never had prior to surgery. I also think your point about eye doctors not getting the surgery is a very interesting one. Exactly. I'm not that inconvenienced by glasses and contacts, and I'm blind as a bat. The risk just isn't worth it to me. Don't care how low it is, hard pass. It's been 15 plus since I had LASIK. Still the best money I've ever spent. Technically not this year, but in December 2019, without knowing what was around the corner, I bought a bidet. Little did I know what a great purchase it would actually turn out to be. Even without the pandemic, it's probably the best purchase I've ever made. Bidet gang, rise up. Edit OK, rise after you're done spraying. It's completely ruined me. So much so that I'm contemplating buying a portable one to use when I have to use the bidet-less toilet. Honestly, same. I bought one for Black Friday last year after like a year of talking myself through my weird American hesitancy about using one. Now I don't know what I'll do if I ever end up back in an office. I bought a $2 travel mug that gets me free coffee from a gas station on every Tuesday. I can't wait for my 200th free coffee because after that I'll have essentially paid less than 1 penny for each refill. This is the goal in life. Travel in Tuesday at Burn Dairy? Oh yeah, 100%. I do this with my ice skates. Every time I skate, I write down what a skate rental would have cost, and every time I sharpen them, I deduct that amount. It's also so much nicer to own your own kit rather than having rental gear. Yeah, I would go to the same rink and they would give me the same pair of skates every time, and one time we went to Flyers Skate Zone and the blades were actually sharp. The day I went back to the dull skates, I knew I needed my own, and it's way better. Fit was always the problem for me. Maybe it's just my weird shaped feet, but most rental skates I've had are simultaneously painfully tight on my toes and very loose on my ankles. So buying my own meant getting skates that actually fit. My cat. She's a tiny calico that definitely sees more invisible demons than the average cat, but she is the best thing to come out of 2020. Edit. Lol, okay, here's the cat tax. Edit 2. I told her how many people thought she was cute and it promptly went to her head and she knocked my glass of water over. If you want extra heartfeltness, she was a foster fail. I was on the fence about adopting her until we saw how quickly her and our other cat bonded. He'd been lonely since our roommate moved out with her cat. And happily enough, our other foster baby was adopted by our old roommate. Web link. You must pay the cat tax. This is the way. Thank you for watching. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube. And share them with your friends. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. We welcome your comments below. Another of our videos will begin shortly.